Have you ever considered quitting your job, but you stick with it out of fear of the unknown or because you don't have any type of strategy or plan in place? If this sounds like you, then keep watching because I'm about to dive into 3 things that you may want to consider before you hand that resignation notice into your boss. My personal situation was that I have actually quit my job on 5 different occasions. Who's counting? 3 of them I can say I left a job because I really wasn't happy and I was very uninspired and unfulfilled. And on one particular occasion, I just quit and I didn't have any kind of backup plan. Having said that, I did have a significant amount of savings and I knew I would be okay at the end of the day. I knew that financially I'd be secure and I wouldn't run out of money, and that sort of gave me the confidence to make that decision. But it's not something that I would really recommend. I think there is power in putting yourself in that sink or swim situation. So when you need to figure stuff out in life, when you don't have a choice, you'll do it. But as I said, it's not something I would recommend. I would definitely suggest that you have some sort of plan and strategy in place before actually putting your notice into your boss and leaving your job. So if you've thought about quitting your job, there's a few things that you may want to consider. The first one is, why do you actually want to leave your job? Is it because you're really unhappy and unfulfilled in your current job and you no longer enjoy the type of work that you're doing? Or is it because your job is very demanding and you work a lot of overtime, which takes away from time in your personal life and time with your family? Or is it a case of you don't really get along with your boss or you don't really feel like you fit into the team that you're working in? So the reason that you need to figure these things out is because some of these issues can be resolved by simply changing jobs. So for example, if you feel like your job is really robbing you of your time with your friends and your family, then you might want to apply for a job at a company which has a big focus on work-life balance and really pushes that as one of their core values to look after their employees. Or if you're not getting along with your boss or if you don't really fit in well with your team, again, you might consider changing jobs to work at a different company where you feel more part of the team and you're really working together to achieve the common goals and everyone gets along a lot better than when you currently are. But on the other hand, if you're in a job that you're no longer happy in, you're not enjoying the work that you're doing, you wake up every day feeling uninspired and unfulfilled going to work, then that may be a sign that it's time to make some significant changes in terms of your job, your career, the direction you're headed in, and basically how you generate an income. The second thing that you might want to consider if you quit your job is, what are you going to do instead? So do you have a business idea that you want to pursue, or have you been working on a side hustle that you want to take full time? Basically, you need to figure out what it is you're going to do instead of working full time to generate an income, and basically how are you going to survive going forward. So once you've figured out what direction you want to go in, the next thing that you need to really work out is, do you have a plan or a strategy in place? One key area that you really need to focus on and put a lot of attention to is obviously money. So you want to figure out if you've got enough money to survive for the time that it's going to take you to establish your business, if that's the direction you're going in. And B, do you also have enough funds to invest in whatever costs are going to be associated with starting up your business, or pursuing your side hustle or anything else, anything additional that might pop up. You really need to account for that in your budget before you go and quit your job. Also have a think about what kind of timelines that you need to put into place so you have a clear picture of how far your budget will last you, so you don't run out of money and burn through your capital before you've even got your business up and running and before you start generating any type of income. The last thing you want to do when starting out on a new venture, all excited and inspired, is for your capital to dwindle gradually and not generate the income that you need. And then at the end of the day, you might have to go back to doing something that you don't really enjoy in order to put more money into the business and to get that business up and running again. So I hope you found these tips helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. And if there's any other tips that you want to share, please feel free to drop them in the comments. In my next video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 things that I learned from quitting my job. So if you want to see that, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.